Welcome, fans of the GBA, your Milwaukee Sawsbucks with Battle RX Series Season 7, Week 7 against the Utah Jasmine Necro Stevo. His links in the description. You can check out his channel below. If you don't know what team I brought, why are you still here? Go and watch my team builder so you don't have any questions about why I brought any of the sets that I brought. I, of course, have that team. My opponent has Scrafty, Manaphy, Swellow, Breloom, Klefki, and Hippowdon. So he had a lot of lead options, such as Swellow. He had a Hippowdon lead option. He had a Klefki lead option. We want to get hatches up quickly. So he had a lot of options he could lead with. I chose to lead with my Xurkitree. If he did lead with Swellow, I could bluff that I'm Scarf, go for a Thunderbolt, and of course he wouldn't have his Burn Facade yet, so I could live one of those. And if he might just even switch out in Hippowdon, then I can blast him with a grassy Emvee things. But he leads with Scrafty. I lead with my Xurkitree, which I'm fine with. Now, we're still in the feeling out range of the game because, as you know, it's turn 1. You have no information at all about your opponent's team. You guys remember back in 4th Gen down in Pro, you absolutely had no idea what your opponents brought. You had none. There was no team preview. I remember. He goes in Hippowdon and I go for a Dazzling Gleam, but that's fine. So here I really wanted to go for my Grassy Emvee, but I thought that he might just go into something that resists that, and I don't want to waste it that early. So he does go into Klefki, and that's fine, as I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to use Energy Ball. Not the Z-Move Energy Ball, the regular Energy Ball. I wanted to save that for the Manaphy in case he did switch out. So he does. He knows I'm not Scarf now, and that's that. He gets a Light Screen up, which is a bummer, but that kind of means I know the rest of his set. It means he's probably going to have both screens, probably a Hazard, and then Foul Play or a Gyro Ball. So I know kind of what he's got there. I can use the brain that I have on my shoulders, on my torso, on my legs, on my feet, on my shoes, on the ground, on the earth, to decipher what his mons are going to be. So I go into Starmie, and I do have Rapid Spin, and I could opt to go for a Rapid Spin to get rid of these hazards here, but I do not go for Rapid Spin. He is on his way down. He does switch out. He is going to go into Sporosaur. That is a bold play. If I get the burn here, that is a bold play. Burn, 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 no burn. So now here is a huge play for me. So he brought in a Breloom on a Starmie. Does that mean he was confident I was going to go for Rapid Spin? Probably. If I got the Scald Burn, that would have just absolutely devastated him. Unless he had Lumberry, then he felt safe going into that. He also could be choice Scarf. But because he brought it in on Breloom, I was more inclined to believe that he was Lumberry bluffing the Scarf, okay? Because he brought it in on a Starmie. He brought it in on a Starmie. He knows, obviously I could have gone for Rapid Spin, but I also equally could have just gone for a Scald because I didn't see any recovery on Klefki, so I reasonably could have assumed that I'm just gonna or he reasonably could have assumed I'm just going to try to get damage out on Breloom. So he could have brought in Breloom to bluff the fact that he's Scarf, but he's actually Lumberry. So I test that theory here. Should have gone into Como. Should have gone into Como, but now I know he's Scarfed. Because if I went into Como on the Bullet Seed, I obviously wouldn't have known he was Scarfed. I would have just thought he went for Bullet Seed, and then he possibly could have Spored me, and then I wouldn't really have as much information. So unfortunately, I lose my Hazard, get rid of a guy, which is a bummer. But I do go to Como now. I know he's Scarfed, and I have a free play in anything. I easily could go for a Flamethrower here, but I actually thought that he would see that coming, and he would predict that. So I'm actually going to double out into my Xurkitree on him, I thought, going into Manaphy. He does not go into Manaphy, but I do have Xurkitree versus a Klefki, which is a matchup I don't mind, because he doesn't want to bring in his Hippowdon on me anymore because he's seen Energy Ball. So I can reasonably and safely go for an Electric-type attack and not have to worry about that Manaphy, or the Hippowdon coming in. So he just goes for the Layer Spike, so he's relegating Klefki to death. And he's going to Hazard Stack. He knows that my Hazard Setter is going. I wish I had Defog on my Kartana. That'd be great. But he's got the Light Screen up, and I'm just going to go out with Klefki and just going to keep dropping Thunderbolts. He's going to get Reflect Up now. So he's got both screens up. He's got 2 layers of hazards. How are we going to find our way out of this? How are we going to dig our way out of this hole? We are trying to get vengeance from the beatdown that we suffered at the hands of the Luck Gods last week. We get a Beast Boost, though, which is fantastic. Now, this next switch is going to determine what he is. Swellow. Is he Scarf Swellow? I don't know. He knows I'm not Scarf because I switched to it earlier in the game. But I want to hang on to the Xurkitree. If I was Scarf, that would be fucking mint. Go to Mimikyu, and taking some hazard damage, and he is going to U-turn, completely invalidating my red card. Could you imagine if I had predicted that play, stayed in, and just dropped a Thunderbolt on him? That would have been glorious. But I could not reasonably do that, so the red card is absolutely wasted as he U-turns, meaning he gets to switch out anyway. And now he goes and hit Powdon. Now, I don't see the Sand Up, which means he's unnerved to get rid of any possibly, maybe I had like a Shuckaberry on Circuitry or something. He wanted to get rid of that. So I go right into Como. I don't fear this thing at all. If he wants to roar me, I guess that's fine. I'll eventually go into a switch that it's favorable for me. He does roar. So obviously Como's going to get out of there. Imagine if I was Soundproof instead. But I had to pick one, Soundproof or Bulletproof. I picked Bulletproof there. And so I have Kartana. And now here, I thought, even with the Reflect Up, I thought that he would switch into Manaphy or switch into... not Manaphy, sorry. I thought he would switch into possibly Swellow, or I thought he would switch out. I think Smart Strike was the wrong play there anyway. I should have just gone for my stab Grass Attack. But either way, I have enough to live, and I am going to go ahead and just fire off a Leaf Blade here. He is going to have the anti... Could you imagine? He had Circuitry just prepped and primed, ready to go. But I get a crit! So luck is on our side. We're not out of this yet, however... because we switch moves, he again knows that I'm not Scarfed, and he's going to have Swellow right here and ready to go, and that is how that's going to work out. So Swellow's going to come back in the game, and now I'm fearing what he's going to hit me with. I want to hang on to Kartana, so I'm going to hang on to him. I have Expendable Mons here in Mimikyu. He can't really do much. He can't Shadow Sneak because of the Swellows around, and I also want him to take more damage if he goes for a Brave Bird. So he does go for the Brave Bird. He's going to end up taking more damage from recoil, so it's going to put him in a lower range where I could possibly live a Brave Bird and then hit him with something. However, the problem is, the only thing that can live a Brave Bird is that Meloetta. So we got to make sure that Meloetta stays there and at enough HP, or even after 2 layers of spikes, I can most always live a Brave Bird, and I know that here. So, I go to Meloetta, and I want him to Brave Bird me. I really want him to Brave Bird me. He is going to switch out, and they go for a Hyper Voice. He's going to go into Roxy. That's going to be a Scrafty. I guess he thought I was going to, I don't know, Dazzling. I don't know what he thought I was going to do, but I'm just going to go for a Hyper Voice here. And I can outspeed this thing, but I maybe am not able to kill it. But I am able to get one leftovers back, which means if I do come back in, I'm still at a range where I can live a Brave Bird most of the time from a Swellow. So it's still a reasonably safe play. So I go into Kartana. I figure I'm going to sack Kartana, see what he is, if he's leftovers, if he's life orb, whatever. And Kartana is going to be a sacrifice. He's going to knock off, which I suppose is fine. That's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. I am going to be able to go into, now I know what he is. I know his Reflect's gone, which is fantastic. I'm going to go into Como, and I'm going to outspeed, and I'm going to be able to fire off Specs Clanging Scales, which is a luxury that I'm not often afforded. His Klefki is dead. I go for a Clanging Scales, and he drops faster than insert anything about a Led Zeppelin the band reference here. He's going to drop so fast. You can't sell his stock fast enough. Every nanosecond, you're losing money. Now, Como versus Manaphy one-on-one. Who wins? He's going to fire off a Z move. He is going to Hydro Vort. I was afraid that it was Z Fairy. I don't know all the Z dances yet. I don't know the moves and all the moves. I said that once already. But Hydro Vortex, and I was pretty sure I was going to live this. I'm a relatively bulky mon by trade. I am bulky EV'd, and I resist it, and I live it with
X gon' give it to you. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you.
Authority. And I fire off a Specs Clanging Scales. Now, he said he went into Manaphy to test to see if I was Scarf or Specs. I am Specs. Dear Lord in heaven, that damage is great. Now, there's a chance I can live a Surf as well. He goes for a Surf, and guess what, Como? Guess what? You're getting 2 kills this week, Buster Brown. You're getting 2 kills this week, Buster Brown. Now, if I was Scarf instead of Specs, I could have outsped and still 2KO'd this thing, and then I could have outsped, you know, kind of the rest of his team, and then essentially just swept up with Como if I was Scarf there. I was not. He goes into his he probably had Quick Attack here, but he knows he didn't have to use it, so that probably wasn't true anyway. He does go for the facade. He's going to take some burn damage. Now, this is the crucial turn here. If Meloetta can live, if I protect, that'd be just fantastic. But if Meloetta can live this facade, which, as I'm throwing up the calc here, you can see there is a legitimate chance that I live this facade. So, here he comes, the moment of truth, baby.
Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home.
No, we do not live the facade. And if I was Scarf Circuitry, I could have possibly had a chance to win, but the game would have played out differently in the beginning. If I was Scarf Circuitry, we are obviously not going to be able to live the facade. We're going to go down 2-0. I thought it was a relatively good game. I made a mistake with the leading Starmie in Sugar Ray Como. But other than that, I think if I was Scarf, that was about it. But even if you had Quick Attack, the one made a big deal. But either way, guys, thanks for enjoying. And of course, be sure to stay tuned for all the after video stuff. It's always great. Just check it out. I promise. It's good. It's good. No, wait, no. I will not be trapped here. I will not be stuck here. You cannot keep me here. I have tried my best. I've tried to wait. No. Wait. Okay. I'm putting it down. Okay.
I will. Yeah.
Long day. What's happening? I feel a part of me. Something's gone. What happened?
I see it in your eyes as the sky draws your gaze.
I can't.
Did you get to say goodbye? Did you see her side?
Is he dead? I haven't felt this. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. Oh God, no.
I see it in your eyes as the sky draws your gaze.
Thanks everybody again for watching. You guys can please like and subscribe if you want to see more. Of course, big thanks to all of my patrons. All the patrons are the names on the video to the bottom left. You can you follow me and contribute to my Patreon. $1 a month gets you access to all of my exclusive gameplay videos, get your name on here, and it gets you a part of any projects that I have. If you have, you want to check out some of my other stuff, my other channels, the top right is I'm doing an MLB The Show 17 Rockies franchise on a different channel. That is the top right. Click on that. In the bottom right, I have a Creative Wrestler Wrestling channel. And that is Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty entering like Eddie Guerrero in the bottom right. So if you're interested in any of those, you can click on those. You want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can do that. And of course, be sure to stick around for Mondays, my podcast every Monday. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this this GBA season. We got a couple weeks to go, and hopefully the storyline's been keeping you a little entertained. And that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of stalling to give you guys time to click on those videos if you want. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And I think I already said that, but I want to drive that home. Either way, guys, have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see each and every one of you next time. Good night.